How's it going, my true people? Dr.Slaking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the Week 4 battle for our APA Academy season with your Bowland Bovines taking on the Hartford Wailmers, and you're gonna have to put up with some rambling, some mad ramblings. If you don't want to listen to my mad ramblings and my team builder, a timestamp will be appearing above my head right now, so you guys can skip ahead to the battle. But I am incredibly sick today. I might be dying. I've googled my symptoms. The internet says I'm probably dying. I played football this morning. I'm too old to do sports, and it makes me sick all the time. So if this commentary is a little bit off, if I'm a little bit all over the place, my excuse is that I'm probably dead by the time you're watching this. And on top of that, this week I bring you a story, a tale of heartbreak, betrayal, love, treachery, just general snakiness, if that can be added to the dictionary, please. This week, we're taking on my man, Stephen Thurston. Absolute hero. I love this man. A former teammate of mine in Owl. Someone that I lost to the last time we played in PMU. Someone that I've known a little while now and who I have all the time in the world for. And usually, at the beginning of these videos, I would kick them off by thanking Panther2 for recording it. And thank you to him for recording it. I would then thank DyeItTight for joining my team. And thank you to him for joining my team. Both their links will be down in the description. And then I would thank my front office for mocking with me. And I would generally thank, I don't know, maybe Nico, Stromful, Sean, you know, the general people that usually mock with me, Ben for team building with me. I don't have an issue with any of those names this week. However, there is another name that I would usually thank. I would usually thank Aquarius. And I would usually say to Aquarius, thank you, Aquarius, for mocking with me. Apart from this week, Aquarius mocked with my opponent. I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Aquarius was also on my team in Owl. It was the three of us, me, Aquarius, Stephen. All three of us together. I go to bed the night before, the day before we battle. So 2 days before we battle, I go to bed, I message Aquarius, can we mock tomorrow? Yeah, we'll mock. I don't hear anything from Aquarius. Then I get a message. You should probably mute me in here. And this is my front office server. You should probably mute me in here. I've committed treason. They had already mocked with Stephen and left me all alone in the world. So this week, we've had no mocks, we had no one look over the team, I built the team in 5 minutes, one of the nicknames is spelt wrong, and I entirely blame myself, no, Aquarius, I entirely blame Aquarius. No, it's entirely my fault, I didn't get my mock sorted in time. Stephen stole one of my front office members, and so we've ended up with a half-baked team, with just a shambles. It's just an absolute shambles, and I can only apologise. I'm now really sick, which makes this video a shambles, so I should apologise for that. I look pale, like the pasty white man I secretly am. Don't tell people, but secretly am. And I'm hitting the microphone. It's not a good time for me, okay? Since we've been in Wi-Fi leagues, I've tried to be professional. Tried to keep the content a better tier than usual. I was gonna, maybe not that level, but better than it used to be. It's fallen apart today. It's absolutely fallen apart. Things have not gone well. I've hurt my knee. Not that any of you care, but I've hurt my knee. It looks like I've got a golf ball on it now. It's really swollen. I'm wearing shorts. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try and show you my knee. I don't know if that's even in shot, but you can see there's a bit of a bruise. You probably can't really see. I've only just done it. It's going to be terrible later, I'm telling you. Later it's going to be really bad. I have quite hairy legs as well. Comment down below. Shave your legs. Aquarius. I know you're going to say it. I know you're going to say it. I already know what's coming, traitor. So, I can't get comfortable now. My knee hurts. Everything's gone wrong. We did win at football, so that's good. We picked up 1W today. That's nice. Now we're going to try and pick up a second against Stephen. I should probably tell you guys the team. I don't want to. I don't want to at all. But I probably should. First up. Well, first up, let's put his team. Hopefully his team's appearing there. There. I think that side. Hopefully it's appearing there. Who knows? Who knows if I've achieved this or not. Mega Diancie, Zapdos, Necrozma, Suicune, Nidoking, Chestnut, Incineroar, Blissey, Noivern. I forgot about that. Noivern, Crabnon. That's going to be a theme. Togedemaru. Now, I saw some things. Togedemaru, that'll probably come. Yeah, sure. Incineroar, I reckon that might come. Chestnut, that might come. There are some things I didn't notice. For example, Noivern. Might as well not have drafted it, didn't see it, didn't know it existed. This is what happens when you rush in 5 minutes. You're like, oh, I'll do things for that. Necrozma, in my head, was only a defensive one. Now I know that Necrozma is one of the premier setup sweepers in the format, with access to Calm Mind, with access to Stored Power, I believe, is alongside Calm Mind, with access to Rock Polish, I think it... No, Totemize, I think it gets to boost its speed. With access to Swords Dance, it can literally set up in every way a Pokemon can set up. Every single stat that you can boost can be boosted by Necrozma. I think it even gets, like, Iron Defense, so it can boost its defense. Doesn't matter, I didn't think of that. I just thought it was a defensive mon and thought how I could break it, and that was it. That was all that went through my head. So first mon we have Infinite, Kieran Black, coming through. Life Orb, Dragon Claw, Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Earth Power, mixed defensive set. That's the one. That's the one. Basically hits his whole team really, really well. It does have a good matchup. Nice speed tier 2. I put enough speed to outspeed the Nidoking and the Suicune because I thought I probably had to. I didn't originally. Originally I made this thing like really offensive, and then I was like, no, let's be smart. Didn't work very well. Being smart, not the set. Next up, let's move on. Let's get on to number 2. Next up we brought Gliscor, incorrectly nicknamed Baffink. I don't know what Baffink is. It's supposed to be Batfink, clearly, but it's Baffink. So we have Baffink the Gliscor. Because despite having a master's degree in writing, I can't write. I actually can't type. You'll notice if you're new to the channel, you'll see typos. If you know me on Discord, I don't even need to speak. I'm a horrific typist. This is a fairly offensive Gliscor. I don't know why. I mean, he has Chestnut, he has Noivern, he has Cryogonal. He has Zapdos, he has a plethora of ground immunities, but I've brought a fairly offensive Gliscor. I probably forgot he had half those mons. With Earthquake, Toxic, Stealth Rock, and Roost, the Toxic Orb on there, so we are fairly fat. We basically just come in on the Chestnut all the time and get rocks up on it. If he wants to try and spike it, whatever, get Toxic on it and stuff. I don't know. Originally it was supposed to be Defog, so we could come in on the Chestnut and stop Spike Stack. But then I changed it, so I don't really know why it's EV to take on Chestnut when it's not taking on Chestnut, but it is. Next up, number 3, we have Hagen, the Alakazam, Life Orb, Magic Guard, finally bringing a breaker Alakazam instead of just the Sash kind of a late game get out of jail free card. I've loved Hagen. This has been, I'm pretty sure, my favourite mon on this draft, I would say. In the 3 games we've had, I've adored this thing. I think it's been sensational. Yes, Floridian's been very good and stuff, but I can't tell you how much I've loved playing with Alakazam with 100% draft again. Quite a bit of speed, threw some extra on there for speed creeps, because that's what I do with Alakazam. I'm just like, fuck it, let's have some extra speed. Why not? Slight Shock, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power, Steel, Focus Blast. This is how rich the team was. When I first sent this to my man Dye, it originally had double Hidden Power, Steel, and no Focus Blast on there, and he messaged me back saying, I think you might want a 4th move instead of double Hidden Power Steel. And I was like, you are right, my man. You are. In fact, no, I think I double something. I think a double Shadow Ball, no Hidden Power Steel. I think that was it. Regardless, that's how messed up my sets were. I'm getting very dizzy talking. I'm going to be honest with you. All of this kind of air that I'm using is no longer in my brain, and so my brain is just going, "Boo!" And I feel like I'm going to fall over. I'm sat down. I can't fall over, but I feel like I'm going to fall over. This set is designed to break. I just said that. And maybe win in the late game. I didn't really feel like Steven's team was that fast. So outside of Scarfers, I really felt like my fast ones were fast, right? Looking at his speed tiers, I think his fastest, well, it's worth adding, I didn't know he had a Noivern. There's no reason I shouldn't have known that. It's not like he traded for it and no one told me or anything. He drafted it, I just didn't know he had it because I'm an idiot. So looking at his team, I was like, wow, we just outspeed his whole draft. This will be fine. Diance's the fastest thing on there, alongside Cryogonal, and Cryogonal's not very good, so we'll be absolutely fine. I was wrong. So yeah, it's just supposed to win. I just thought the set would win. It does have a good matchup. Genuinely does have a good matchup. So we'll hold our breath. No, that's the opposite of what we're doing. We'll hold our hopes. We brought Sawtooth. We brought Sawtooth the Fortress with the Ochre, Berry, Gyro Ball, Toxic, Rapid Spin, Volt Switch. This can come in on the Chestnut. This thing really can come in on the Chestnut. And just Rapid Spin it. It is immune to Gyro Ball if it has Bulletproof, which it should do, so we have to have Toxic on there to chip down the Chestnut, but otherwise we can just sit and Rapid Spin and Volt Switch out. We are a Spadef nature. Why, you ask? Because we can take on Chestnut relatively easily without any defense investment. And this way we can actually take on Diancie, because wow, this team does not switch into Diancie very well. So this can help us take on Diancie with the Ochre Berry. Of course we will take a Hidden Power Fire if he's teching that, which he probably will be. Next up, Chicago, the Vileplume, another MVP for me this draft. I've loved Vileplume, 100% would draft again, would recommend. Other than this Vileplume's nicknamed Chicago after Aquarius's team, the Chicago that's in Metagross. Chicago Strength Saps. Regret that now. regret that. I think this thing should be renamed Serpent. In fact, if I can, you can't because it's a Wi-Fi league. I was going to just nickname it Snake Emoji. If it was on Showdown, it would be now called Snake Emoji. It's not. Maybe I could rename it Snake Emoji in words. We don't even have this draft anymore. This is the final week of the draft. I don't know why I'm renaming something I don't have anymore. If we take Vileplume to playoffs, it might get renamed Snake : just because. This set was supposed to be all sorts of things, but I basically kept sending illegal sets to be gemmed and incorrect sets. I was like, oh no, wait, that's the wrong set, wait, and then I sent him a different one, and I was like, that's illegal, and I was like, shit, what am I doing? So it's kind of a half-baked set. We've got the effects bar on there, Black Sledge, Giga Drain, Venoshock, Synthesis, Sleep Pad. I didn't even set a gender this time, goodness, that's how you can tell I'm out of it when I don't set my genders. I always do that. Giga Drain, Venoshock, Synthesis, Sleep Powder. Why Venoshock, you ask? Because Sludge Bomb is not a... I've got the wording the wrong way around. Because Chestnut is immune to Sludge Bomb with Bulletproof. That's why. So we have Venoshock. And we do have double Toxic, I think. Right, yeah, we have Toxic on Gliscor, Bathink, and Toxic on Sawtooth, the Forageress. So we can get some powers off and then Venoshock anyway. Maybe. Powers, that's not the right... That's not even the... Synthesis for longevity. Sleep Powder to put some things to sleep. Really, I wanted to Leech Seed because... The Blissey is obviously the Sleep Powder switch in, but if I play with my balls, I can kind of deal with that fine, knowing that he's going to double out and Natural Cure, but I have to play with my balls, okay? We have to do that. There's no other way to play. And yeah, Leech Seed would have been nice because Blissey's fat. It's just really, really fat, so we could have got a lot of HP back, but we're not going to be able to do that. Last mon on the team. This set... So nearly fucked up, but we got it right in the end. I sent this one to my man, Dye, with a Prankster ability, despite only having Bulk Up, which doesn't need to be Prankster and being physical when we clearly want Defiant. I'm an idiot, but we managed to get that changed before the battle, thank God. So we have Wild Charge, Fly, Superpower, Bulk Up. This thing is supposed to just set up and kill things. Max speed to outspeed the Mega Diancie, of course. Would be fantastic because I thought it outsped his whole team, so I was like... Talk about a late game win con, bloody Thunderous setup. It's just going to run through everything. Incredible matchup. Goodbye to everything on his team. But he has a Noivern, which clearly outspeeds this, but that was not for me to know, really. So, without wasting any of your time, I've already wasted a lot of your time. Without wasting any more of your time, let's jump into the battle. So here we are, guys, back with the battle, and I have to say, generally when I record these, what I do is I watch the battle back before I record so that I remember kind of what plays were made and I have time to reflect on it and think about, hey, what could we learn from this? Like, what is my takeaway going to be in this video? I haven't done that this week. I haven't watched it back. I'm dying. I'm probably already dead. Do you know how many lives are lost each year to Man Flu? Literally none. But I might be the first, so... cut me some slack. If you subscribe to the channel because you like more analytic videos and that kind of thing, I completely understand. I do apologize. Go and check out my man Steve inside the battle if that's what you want. If you want to hear good plays, a good talk, a good person. Well, no, because he stole Aquarius, so I can't give him that. But nevertheless, if you want to hear good analysis, go over to his side. His channel will be linked down in the description. He goes by Specs Draco on YouTube, and genuinely, I think, a top-tier content creator. Go and watch him and show some support if you want serious commentary. If you want to watch me reacting to what the fuck I did whilst sick, stay here. I don't know why you want that, but if you want that, stay here. I've probably got no one left. I'm probably just talking to myself. I probably always am talking to myself, let's be honest. But even more so this week. Regardless, let's just see... Let's see what went down. So let's talk about team preview. Team preview. He has the Nidoking, expected that. He has the fat pink blob. Yep, sadly expected that. He has an Necrozma, which can only be defensive according to the rules of the APA. He has a Togedemaru, adorable, probably shit. He has the Suicune, definitely not shit. And he has the Noivern, which is blatant cheating, because I didn't know he had it, and he shouldn't have brought it in. It was illegal, and it was mind games, and he cheated. And... yes. Looking at his team composition... Sorry, microphone. I apologise. Looking at his team composition, could be Scarf Nidoking, could be Scarf Noivern, could be Zero Scarfers, could be Autotomize and a Necrozma, but he doesn't seem to have a ton of obvious speed control. Does look incredibly fat with the Necrozma being only defensive, the Togedemaru being potentially fat, the Suicune always being fat, and the fat pink blob being a fat pink blob. I think the Alakazam still looks sensationally good, but my god, do I just get 6-0'd by that Noivern. I have to figure out a way to break that Noivern, otherwise I will lose. Hoping it's Scarf, because that would be a hell of a lot easier to deal with, and I'm going to play around it like it's Scarf if I have to. I don't remember what I led. I think Nidoking, and I think I made a bit of a pussy play, but let's find out, shall we? Let's just see. If I'm sniffing like this, and you're the people that gets really upset with sniffing, I understand, but I don't have a tissue to blow my nose right now, and I'm incredibly ill, so you'll have to forgive me this time. I apologize. Next video I'll be healthy. Well, I won't, because I'm never that healthy, but I did leave Nidoking. My memory's fucking incredible. Nidoking, that's not even... my memory's fantastic, but I'm an idiot. So, we've got Terra Volt, which is really relevant because we could Fusion Bolt into this and it would still affect him. We could take Edamari, who Fusion Bolts Nidoking. I don't know. I wanted to Earth Power like a man, but Ice Beam OHKO'd him and Earth Power didn't always OHKO him, so I just made a complete bitch play. I mean, that still does a hell of a lot, let's be real. As he turns out to be lefties, and I'm like, alright, okay, so he's fat. Well, he's not really fat because he didn't take that very well, but he's got recovery, which is annoying. Figured this is probably going to be Spike Shield to scout for the Earth Power, seems like he's seen that I am Life Orb. He actually goes for the Magnet Rise, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty heat. I wish I had punched him in his little hedgehog fucking face, but I didn't, so I don't even know if Nidoking gets a punch move. If it gets a punch move, that would have been sick if I could just nutted him. Anyway, he goes for the Protect as I go for the Sleep Powder. Didn't know if it went through Spiky Shield, because I think it goes through King Shield, so I was like, let's just go for Sleep Powder and we'll find out what that interaction is, because I'm pretty sure it's protecting the area or he's switching out, but fuck it, might as well. Now here, if I'd been a man and played with my gonads, I would have switched out predicting the Blissey, because it was obviously, look at his little happy fucking face, what a dick. But I didn't Sleep Powdered because I wasn't playing with my balls, which was ridiculous. Frankly, it's the only way to play. Nico taught me that, and Nico is the wisest of men. Here he's going to double out with his Blissey. Again, should have predicted that and double Sleep Powdered. Wanted to. Didn't play with my balls though, did I? Did not. So we are going to switch out. We found out we're slower than the Blissey. Don't know if that is remotely relevant. And we said, no, Bafink! Go Bafink! Sounds like Argentinian. I also just wanted to get my Toxic Orb up, and that seemed like a really great opportunity to guarantee getting my Toxic Orb pretty much, as the only thing you could really do there that would prevent it would be to D-Wave me, and that wouldn't be that bad. Here he crits the shit out of me and gets me confused, as I believe I just went for a Toxic there. Hit myself in confusion, and I'm like, shit the bed. This thing 6-0'd me before, and he just crit confused me. Just cheating bastard. Here I go for the Stealth Rocks because I'm like, well, Bafink is going to be dead. I may as well get Rocks up to stop this thing coming in on everything on my team freely. At least we can chip it down, right? Makes sense? Yes, makes sense. Hopefully it's Scarfed as shit and Thundurus can just set up right now. That's my plan. Bafink gets some nice health back. Just going to sack the Gliscor here to scout what he goes for again, because I feel like if he's not Choice Locks, like, he won't keep spamming Hurricane, right? Like, he's got to have something else, Flamethrower or something. So from the fact he's played it like that, I'm like, alright, this man's Choice Scarf. I also know that he is a bluffing champion. He loves to bluff people, and he bluffed the hell out of me. So I went for the Bulk Up here, just basically like, wow, I'm going to lose this Noivern, and may as well make the aggro play because I haven't played with my balls so far. So put the Stylus right between my legs and just let it click. It clicked Bulk Up, and I was like, all right, we're going for this Gonads. He Devastating Drake to me. There's a lot of testicular talk this battle. Don't know why. Will Smith gets just blown away. It was like that film where he dies. You know the one. I know you know the one. The spoilers. I can't say which one. That would so be spoilers. I don't know which film we're talking about. Send out Kieran Black. We've got to bait the Draco. I don't think he has a choice but to go for it. He's in the lead. He may as well. So we're going to pivot out into Fortress, soak up the Draco, get him to -2. If he's Dragon Pulse Flamethrower, then I've just fucking lost, haven't I, frankly? He goes for the Draco. It would kill me potentially with Nidoking. So we do get the drops, and now this thing is just it crits me as well. I don't have leftovers or anything. What a bag of shite. Now you can U-turn out, and I'm like, alright, so maybe he doesn't have Flamethrower, but maybe he does. And maybe he's protecting me to switch, and he is at -2, so maybe he just doesn't want me to Gyro Ball the hell out of him, because he's a fast boy. He's a very fast boy. I think I Volt Switch like a clown. No, I Toxic like a clown. Again, I'd put the Stylus back between my hands, which was just ridiculous to do. You never do that when you're playing on Wi-Fi. I don't even have a stylus. This is the irony of this. I lost my stylus many, many moons ago. I've got 2 DSs and no styluses. I don't know what happened to them. He goes for the fire punch on his Nidoking, and I'm like, this boy's physical as shit. God damn it, because I'm a negative phys-def nature, because I don't know why, I'm a tit. Here I Earth Power, because I didn't last time, and he stays in the cock end, so he's gonna... he poison jabs me and doesn't KO, so we're fine, and we're laughing, and now he sucker punches me, and we're not fine, and we're not laughing, we're fucking dead, aren't we? There's been a lot of swearing as well, I apologise, it's been very sweary, I get sweary when I'm sick, I'm not in a great mental place. Going to Chicago, try and put him to sleep with effects ball, fuck, might as well. See if we can get some hacks. That's our win con right now. Hacks the shit out of him. Now, if we were a man, we'd have doubled out here into Blissey. What we'd have gone into, I don't know, because we don't have anything left to break Blissey now that we've lost our superpower Thundy. I think he said he was Chopal anyway, so... he seismic tosses the snake. Good for him. I wish this thing was gone anyway. Look at this little feet. Doesn't Vileplume have weird feet? You got weird feet, Vileplume, mate. And you got weird hands. You got like nubs. You're like a little nub creature. Which makes sense because snakes don't have hands or feet. So when they were drawing it, they were like, why are we giving this snake plant hands and feet? We'll give it little nubs instead because we know it's a serpent. We know it's a treacherous serpent. For those of you that didn't watch my ramble at the beginning of the video, you're probably thinking, why does he hate Vileplume right now? Well, you should have watched the rambling. You should have watched the rambling and then you'd know. He withdraws on a cross and doubles. Really nice play because he knows that I'm just going to keep spamming Sleep Powder because this time I'm playing with my Gonads, so I'm just spamming Sleep Powder because I knew he would double there. But we miss. We miss on the Necrozma. So we've got Crit Hurricane into full confusion. We could Toxic that fucking Noivern. We've got Miss Sleep Powder on the Necrozma and Crit Draco into the Fortress. None of this matters because Noivern 6-0s me anyway. I'm just telling you that if I want to, I can play the Hacks card, and I might do. I don't know yet. We'll find out at the end of the video if I do or not. Might win. I might still win. You don't know that. I might. Could do. Here I go for the Psyshock because it still does enough to Blissey to warrant not focus blasting. And I don't want to focus blast and miss or the Noivern come in and I'm like, Noivern, you coward. We're getting really, really low, can't switch in on rocks anymore, so I'm going to pivot out. Did consider that he might have Roost, didn't think he did. Go back into Sawtooth because he doesn't seem to have Flamethrower, and he goes for Roost, and I feel like a right tit. Had I just Psyshocked again, this giant winged... I don't know, it's kind of cool looking actually, I quite like it. It reminds me of the Valencia badge. If you guys don't know, I'm a Valencia fan, and it reminds me of Valencia. If you don't know what Valencia is, it's a football team in Spain. It's a team I support. Noivern looks a lot like the badge, so kind of like Noivern to be honest, but right now it's my least favourite mon. Here I go for the Gyro Ball because suddenly got brain cells again. Nidoking doesn't come in for free, was always my play. Now he goes for the Fire Punch. I've got the Occa Berry. I know he's going for the Fire Punch. I've already seen it. I know it. Don't know if I'm going to live it. Didn't bother calcing. I just said, fuck it, let's see if Sawtooth can do it. It can do it. We Gyro Ball. The Nidoking's down. No 6-0. And at this point, I am celebrating. I've popped a bottle of champagne. I've done a line of drawings in a notebook where I draw lines of things that I like. And I drew lines of celebration. And we're having a really good time until the Necrozma comes out and clicks Sword Dance. And again cheating, because clearly it says in the APA rulebook, you can only run defensive Necrozma. And I don't want to say that Stephen won this game by cheating, but if he wins, it's clearly because he cheated. We Volt Switch out, we get in Hagen, and I'm like, alright, here's what we do. We bait the X-Scissor, we pivot into Chicago, we get the effects ball, he goes to sleep. It's not sleep cause because he's only been putting the other thing to sleep, so it's not really cheating, even if it is sleep cause. I don't know if it really counts with effects ball, but he clicks Photon Geyser because Stephen is a damn good player. He's a damn good player. He ran the calcs. He knew it was a roll to kill the Alakazam anyway, and he knew that I wouldn't kill him. So he just clicked the Photon Geyser rather than risking the effect spore. This is what happens when you play good players. You can't bait them into making scrub moves. I tried. I did my best. Here we're just going to Shadow Ball. He turns out to be the bloody berry anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. This does 4, at most 4. We bring Breaker Alakazam and we break shit all because I'm bad. He clicks Photon Geyser again. Doesn't KO me because Hagen has 2 spoons. Had it had 1 spoon, we might have gone down there, but it has 2 spoons, and it hangs on. It, like, digs its spoons into the ground, and it's like, ah, and, like, stays in, like, ah, you can't kill me, and then it doesn't kill him either, so it does die, actually. Its spoons are used. Its spoons, like, bent, and as they were bending, it was like, no, and then it fell down the cliff and died, and that was GG to the Hagen. But we still have mons in the back. We can still pull this out. We have Sawtooth with 11 health. Anything can happen. You might miss a photon, guys, that we are bright powder. Even though we've already revealed Ockerberry. And he goes for the facade just in case we staticked him, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Don't want to compliment it too highly because he won by cheating. So that's the end of the battle. GG to my man Steven, despite the fact that he blatantly cheated and stole my girl. No, that's not quite right. I mean, he might do. He was wearing a vest in last week's video, and he might steal my girl in that vest. To be fair, I'm not a big gym guy. I suck at going to the gym. I just stand on the treadmill until I get tired and then go home again. So he might steal my girl as well, actually.